Hey guys, welcome back to a new project here at Safe Haven Valley Railroad. Today, we're just going to go over the intro for what's going to be coming up and kind of doing color selection for my build. And then in the second episode, we'll start getting into the actual build. But today, we'll go over what's in the kit and the colors that I'll be using. So let's jump on over to the bench and get right to it. Okay, so this project that we're doing is Vic's Garage um, from Mud Creek Models. It's an in-scale kit of his. Uh, I do a lot of my modeling in both HO and NS, a lot you already know, but right now I have mostly in-scale models, so that's what I'm working with. Anyway, we're doing Vic's Garage in-scale. You want to get a kit, there's where to find them. mudcreekmodels.com. Also, you can find Facebook group Mud Creek Models on Facebook, so go check them out. All right, so before we get into the kit, I'm going to kind of go set this aside for a minute and go into my colors. Working with a new color scheme, blue is a very challenging color. So I wanted to test myself out on blue. I don't really have very many colors other than blue trim on Mercantile that I built. So I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm making the building blue. So today we are going to do the choice color. So let me zoom in for a second here so you can see the colors more in depth and adjust the camera. There we go. All right, so as we there we go. That's a little better. All right, so we have two different variances here, and I'll get to each one and as we go along here. So we have, in order, we have Apple Barrel that is bright blue. We have Ceramic Coat Azure Blue. We have Ceramic Coat Phthalo Blue. And then we have another Apple Barrel that is called Two Blue. And then we have white. The white I'm going to be using for the windows and doors and adding a little aged look to it. So we know that's the one color that I'll be using. And so in order, as you see, this is the dried test version of each color. So this is the bright blue, azure blue, this is the Phthalo blue, and this is Two Blue. That's all dried and what it looks like when it's dried. Now, I'm using a two-tone blue, so I'm using two different shades of blue. Yeah, talk about challenging, right? Blue is a hard color to model in a lot of areas of our hobby, so I don't know how well I'm going to pull this off, but I suspect that it will come out pretty well. So with that, these just didn't look that great. I mean, you can tell that there's two dark. These two are just too dark. These two are this is more like a turquoise blue, and that's kind of just a regular blue. So I needed to mix something up. So what I did was I took white, doesn't matter what white you use. I got mine Handy Art from Fred Meyers. And I did the same thing that I did with these ones. And in order, I added white to them on my palette. So these are the color shades. This is Two Blue. This is the Phthalo Blue. This is the Azure Blue. And this is the Bright Blue. The bright blue looks similar to the azure blue from the distance. So let me bring it up close so you can hopefully see it better. It's not coming in very well, but I promise you it is not the same color. See how, there we go. See, this one's a little more natural than that. So I'm not looking for a teal color or a turquoise color. So I am comfortable with ruling out the azure blue for this build. All done. I'm not using that for this build. I think I am going to go with, however, so I'm going to put this other color coat here just so you can see the difference. Maybe I'll pop a little better here for you. So the divider line is right there this way. So this is the bright blue. So the bright blue will go good with this other secondary color I have. Oops, my touch stick just broke. Okay, so we're going to go with bright blue for the building color. So every wall will be bright blue. But the difference is that all I did is I took the bright blue and added white to it to lighten the color. It dulled it down enough to make that blue. And I'm going to use a darker trim color. So basically, it looks like the eave work under the roof and the corner posts are going to be the secondary color, which I think is this going to be let's see, what color do I want to do here? I already ruled out the azure blue. It's just too turquoisey. Don't want that. I'm thinking about the phthalo blue right here. Just to make a mental note here, every one of the second strip down here was I added white to, so it lightened up the original color to give me a secondary option. Because sometimes when you take a regular color, you can add white or a lighter color and make it more of a whole new color and everything. So I am actually going to lean, because I'm doing the bright blue that has the white with probably maybe the let's see, it's pretty close here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just eliminate the ceramic coat colors, and I'm going to go with 2 blue and bright blue because those are similar, and the differences is that this is 2 blue and I lightened it up. So let's show you the color there. See if that will come in a little better for you. See how the 2 blue is up here. This is it's still dark, but it's not like the thing. So my 2 colors are going to be these 2 right here. Yeah. This here, the top color, is bright blue that I added white to, and then down here is 2 blue with white added. So the trim for the corner post and eaves will be this color, and the upper color is going to be the building color. Because I don't want, let's see, I'm using white for the trim, so let's just use the cap for example here. See, the white will stand out on both pretty well, so that's why I'm going with white. So we got our colors set for the build. I know exactly where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to get rid of the ceramic coats on this build. They're good colors, but they're just, like I said, blue is just a challenging color to do, and if you make it too subtle of a change or too dramatic of a change, it can really change the appearance of your colors and your build. Unless you're really going for that kind of thing, then you be elaborate as you want, be as bold as you want. Being I haven't really meddled with blues, I feel it's best to kind of keep them similar but different shades so that they complement each other, which is a pretty safe way to go, especially when blue is a hard color to model when doing buildings. I'm just doing this as being bold. Granted, I will be doing weathering to the building, so that on top of the end result, I will be doing some dry brushing, some other stuff along with this build to kind of weather the building as I go. Like you guys all know that I do. I don't do weathering usually after the fact. I do it during. So when I apply it, when I'm done, I am done. Sometimes I have to make a tweak at the end when I do it, but the most recent build I just got done, as all you know, is this little guy. This is Brotman's Hobbies. I just did this with the acrylic marker. It turned out awesome. So I'm venturing around in the hobby in the alcohol markers. This one just turned out phenomenal. It looks well aged, and I did it as I went. So that's what I do. And I love seeing everything you guys do too. So it just encourages me that much more. So for now, here we are. Here's the kit. Let me zoom out a bit. There we go. Move my tape out of the way here. So you're all wondering, what's my plan? What's the direction I'm going to go? Well, we'll get to that in just a minute. I'm actually going to open the kit up and show you what's inside. So we have the foundation. So if you look at the building here, it has the building like that. This is for the small building, and that's for the garage portion. I might be making a twist to this build. I haven't decided yet. And I'll reveal that when I decide or to make a change to the way this whole thing is. But nonetheless, color scheme still the same. So here's the foundation that the buildings will sit on. This probably will not be painted. I don't know. But then we got the buildings here. They're already done, which will be nice. And then we have the cardstock for the rooftops. And then we got all of the corner trim. We even got details here. So this kit, I got to get some more CA glue or whatever, but I might decide to do those part of this build. Those will be the very last part of of getting this whole thing done. So we got a long way to go before we get there. And then in here, we got some more lumber. Yep, more lumber. We got the lumber, and in here we have the acetate for the windows. And as always, Frank's builds for N-Scale are all peel and stick for the windows and laser cut. I love it because this, depending on how they come out, you get a good batch sometimes with the adhesive on the back and you don't have problems. Other times they're not as great, so it's been known that I've had to use some glue. That's not Frank's fault. That's the actual product's fault. It's just the batch that comes through on the adhesive. So if you order a kit from Frank and it does not work out with the adhesive, just know you can take a very small amount of glue. I prefer wood glue. As you all know, I use Gorilla wood glue. It is great. It holds. I love it. I love all the other glues, but I favor the Gorilla wood glue. So yeah, if you have a problem with the sticky backing, just know you can use a glue, a thin layer of glue to adhere them. Just use very small proportions because they will seep out the sides and it will make your model look a little bit more unclean. So anyway, that is what's in this kit for so far. We have our instructions here to go through. As it says, I'm doing Vic's Garage. I will be doing a different name for this garage. Haven't decided yet, but it will go up on the roof of the garage. It will go later on down the road. But these are black and white instructions, very simple. It's a very quick and easy build, it looks like. So I look forward to getting into this. And then, as always, these are the roofing pieces. They're adhesive on the back. So when you color it, use the brown side. That's the last thing I have to do. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do black roof or gray roof, but either one of those will end up being the color for the roof. I am leaning towards a gray roof, being that I was in roofing with my uncle. A lot of people pick the lighter gray or, for the roof because it just matches the color, the lighter color of homes, or a light brown. I don't want to do brown on this build. So it's either going to be a gray or black, black. I may go a combination and do a kind of a charcoal gray, which is a black gray mix. I have not decided yet. So that will be decided down the road. But with that, this is going to conclude the intro to this build. I look forward to hearing all the comments and you guys have as this build gets posted. So stay tuned for more as we begin this build. I look forward to doing more builds as I go forward and everything else. I do have a couple of side projects going on right now. I am working on my water tower still for my personal kit that I made, which is Hartwick's engine house that Frank does sell. And I'm working on the water tower for a scene and also a coal hopper that fills the tender for the steam locomotive. So I got that going. I got this going. I also, if you've seen pictures of my diorama I'm starting work on, that's what the water tower is for. And then I got a few other things going on. And so I got a lot going on in the hobby, which keeps me busy. And I look forward to sharing those other things as time goes on. So stay tuned as we go into this build. I'm not sure how many segments we're going to do, but I am going to try to keep my segments short. I know my last build I did 30 minutes to an hour, but I love doing detail for people so they can actually see how I do it. So it's just what I do. I want to share every little angle that I can to better other people. So if I do go longer than 30 minutes, just remember, be patient, because somebody else that might be seeing this video might not ever been into modeling, and they would want the pointers and help too and all that. So, but I will do my best to keep the segments shorter, but more and more to the point if I can. Again, I just do what I do, and hopefully you catch what you like to see and can see a different way of doing something that you can add to your collection of know-how. So with that, I will try to keep my videos no more than 15 to 30 minutes. I think that's respectable to give enough for each segment. As we go on, we'll see how that goes, but that's kind of what I'm aiming for. So with that, we'll see you next time, and we definitely will look forward to building this and finishing it. Like I said, blues are very hard to work with in modeling because they don't always come out the way you want them. And as you can see, the starting color of blues, two blue is a deep blue, and a bright blue is more of a lighter blue. But I will be adding some white to that. And then going on from there. So we'll see how all this turns out. So take care, and we'll see you in the next episode as we start to put this thing together. And the first step of that would be to getting everything, all the walls painted. And I'll show you my technique on that. How I go into all that, because I have a special way that I do it that just makes everything to me seem real smooth. So we'll go into that at that time. So take care, and we'll see you next time.